You may be a fan already, but if you didn't know, there's shows on Animal Planet, one including that features a veterinarian here from Colorado in Conifer. Dr. Jeff, Rocky Mountain Vet was the name of the show.
Yeah, but he also works to make vet care accessible for all of us, for everyone, and has a new book out about the state of veterinary care and the current trends in the industry. So Dr. Jeff is here with us on this Halloween Friday to talk about the book. Tell us all about it. Welcome, too.
Well, thank you. And it's kind of a autobiography, I guess. Melinda Gruhl wrote it and did quite a few interviews, and it made me smile. Not a lot of things make me smile in this day and age, but it did. And it does kind of reflect my journey, you know. I mean, I went into vet school and one person and came out a totally different person, you know. And I don't understand why more vets don't do that, but you know, from the get-go, my thing was overpopulation, spay neuter. I mean, in the late 70s, early 80s, we were killing 24 to 26 million dogs and cats a year in this country. And now we're down probably more like 2 to 6, you know, 2 to 4, it would depend on who you want to read and who you believe. And overpopulation is still an issue, but I think the big thing is economic euthanasia at this point. People just can't afford animals, and I see that all the time.
We hear a lot of stories about people who bring home a pet after the holiday, or they get in over their head, or they don't quite know what they're doing, and they can't sustain that. And it's devastating.
Yeah, it's really sad, and we see it all the time. We have 5 or 6 animals at our clinic right now that were just given up to us. And understand, we have set prices, but we're on a sliding scale. Nothing we do ever goes over $2,500. So we see quotes come in from anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000, and we top out at $2,500. Even if they stay with us for 2 or 3 weeks. But not all people necessarily want their animal back. They can't always deal with it. And the ongoing issues like diabetes or something where they have to buy drugs, they don't want to deal with it, you know. And so those animals, we won't put to sleep. We try to find homes for them.
And your clinic, you could do so much there because you help so many folks out, but you also do like hands-on training, helping folks who want to be a vet. What's that like?
Yeah, we've been real lucky in the last 2 years. We moved up to Conifer. We had a really good deal on a nice property. We have a place for students to stay. We've dealt with students from 10 different vet schools already, just in the last 2 years, and we're hoping to expand that. 3 of them I just recently hired, you know, one from Mississippi State, one from Virginia Tech, and one from University of Florida. So, you know, and 2 of them had come through our program, so it's really nice. And we, you know, our goal is to change the way vets, and I think it is changing. They don't necessarily want to go to work for corporate. And I'm not opposed to making money. I'm not opposed to corporations. The problem is the moment corporate buys in, and since COVID, a lot of people my age have just retired, just got out of it, you know. And so there's a kind of a shortage of veterinarians. But on top of that, you have prices are just logarithmic. You know, I mean, they've really gone up like 300% in the last few years. It's just insane. And you know, it's hard for a nonprofit or even a for-profit veterinary hospital to compete with corporate because they're offering $165,000 plus signing bonuses for new grads. And I'm sorry, new grads aren't worth that kind of money, you know, at least not initially, you know, but they have the money to do it and they can sustain it. And our nonprofits just can't. But a lot more of the kids coming out of school, they don't want to be put in a position where they have to decide whether they send an animal out, euthanize it, or, you know, charge them $5,000 or $10,000.
I think so many people's relationships with their veterinarian is so just like, what am I dealing with in the moment? Not all this behind the scenes of what you can learn about kind of your industry. Real quick before we go, though, we want to mention you have a book signing event at Barnes & Noble on Colorado and Glendale on Sunday. What are the details we need to know? Here we go, some of the details about that. And this is the name of your book, right?
Beyond Boundaries, Beyond the Boundaries. Yeah.
Okay.
10 to 2.
Okay, well, come see you and check out this book and get a little bit more intel, a little bit about what you do.
That'd be great. Love it.
And also, before we go, this is Fred.
Yeah, this is Fred. This is our dog.
Good.
He was slated for euthanasia, and he's been with us for the last 9 years.
Oh, and thank goodness for that. You're such a handsome boy, and you look really good on that cover. That was him on the
Yeah, he's on the cover. Yeah.
Yes, cover model, Fred. You've come a long way.
All right, Dr. Jeff, thanks. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate you today.
Really appreciate it.